Hey, what's up, guys? Boxing with B.
Errol, without the paycheck.
All right. Upcoming, an exciting fight that we get to watch. It's Andrew Moloney versus Joshua Franco 3. The Trilogy. Will this be the fight that determines who is the champ?
Yes, it's unfinished business.
Yeah, I think that's the best name you could give this trilogy because the first one, what did we see? It was a close one.
Yeah, and it was a good fight.
It was a great fight. It was close. Second one, controversial.
Yeah.
No contest. So the trilogy is necessary. It's needed.
To determine who is the WBA champion of the world.
WBA, yes.
Sorry about that, you guys.
So we were able to catch up with Joshua Franco, and here it is. How has camp been? How do you feel?
Camp's going good. I'm closing up camp now, lowering the rounds of sparring. So, I had a great camp. I put everything into it. So, I'm ready to get in the ring on fight, and I'm ready to go.
Good to hear. How has making weight been? Has it been difficult?
No, actually this time it's been pretty easy. The weight's been coming out good. This time I came back to camp a little bit lighter than last time. Last time I was enjoying myself a little bit too much when I won the belt the first time, and I got too heavy. So when I made weight my last time, I struggled a bit, but thank God, the weight coming out easy this time.
Yeah, I asked that because we watched the weigh-ins, and you did look a little bit dehydrated coming in. You could kind of see it, but it didn't look like it affected you too much.
Yeah, it was a struggle for sure. That time making weight, but I did what I had to do to make it, and this time that's not gonna happen.
Well, that's good because I bet you the heat helped you a lot, being so hot everywhere.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. That helped me a lot. The heat. I'm sweating a lot, drinking a lot of water, so that's why the weight's coming out pretty easy.
Yeah, we want that to happen to us too. No, so obviously in the last fight, your eye was shut. How has the recovery process been? Are you back to 100%? Is there any permanent damage?
No, thank God there was no permanent damage, but I'm back to 100% now. And, when I first got it checked, the doctor told me to take a few months off from the gym, and I did that, and I feel like that helped my eye and it helped my body as well. I feel like I needed that rest for my body, so now I'm 100% ready to go.
So let's go back to the rematch. So in the first fight, you took the fight to Moloney, and in the second fight, it seemed like he came out pretty aggressive. Did you expect that turnout?
No, he was coming to prove something. He wanted to get his belt back. He came out fast, came out strong, but I felt like it was gonna lead the same way as the first fight. I was gonna break him down little by little, but fortunately the headbutt closed my eye up, and the ref caught the fight.
Were you scared at any point that the turnout might be different when your eyes was closing?
Yeah, I was a little worried, but my main concern was just my eye, and just hoping I was good with my eye. And whatever the call was, the call, it wasn't gonna be my decision. So that's just the way boxing is. But thank God, it was ruled no contest. They ruled the right thing, and here we are with the third one.
Yeah. With the instant replay, the world that was watching your fight saw that replay over and over, and people trying to find where the headbutt was. You find the headbutt, then there's still controversy. How did it feel, knowing that there's a large group of people that still to this day does not believe that there was a headbutt that caused this? People like Timothy Bradley going on there and saying there was no headbutt.
At first it was a little, annoying that nobody was believing in, the ref's call and my call. But I guess that's just the way boxing is. People are gonna disagree and agree, no matter what. So at first, it was annoying, but as time went on, I just got used to it. That's why with this fight, I accepted, the third fight with Moloney. I didn't have to, but I wanted to, to prove to myself and to everybody as well, that I'm the real champion. So
there you go.
And you know what? Hearing you talk about this is a different day and age for boxers because you do, you handle your business in the ring, but not only that, outside of that, you have to deal with it constantly on social media. It's not like back in the day, if something like this happened, you would just see it in the newspapers or on the news, television. Here you get Did you have like a whole bunch of notifications tagging you in different posts?
Yeah, it was nonstop, for, a couple months, people were just going on and on and on, and, they wouldn't stop. And, the first couple of days, I wasn't even on my phone because I knew that's how it was, but, after a couple of days, I got on and I posted, just to show everybody that I was okay and,
That's good.
that, everything was good. So, that's just the way boxing is, no matter you're doing good or bad, people are going to be talking.
Yeah. So this is going to be your second trilogy on your resume. In your opinion, is it more difficult fighting the same guy, over and over, or is it, versus fighting a different opponent every other fight?
Well, I would say this one's a little different because I wouldn't count the second fight as a real fight. It only went 2 rounds, so I feel like I'm taking it as a new fight. I feel like Moloney's gonna, maybe show a different style or something. I'm just excited, to have this fight. I'm just seeing it as a brand new fight.
There you go.
So when the doctor stopped the fight, those fights were during quarantine. So in that second fight, it was still during quarantine. There weren't any fans, to my knowledge. So watching it from home, we heard Moloney, cheer. He was screaming in celebration that they stopped it. He felt like he won. So when you heard that, did you think, man, I might have lost this? Or did you know that it was going to be a no contest?
It was half and half. I wasn't too sure about, what was going to happen. But when I had seen Moloney jump on the rope and, get excited and stuff, I was just like, what the hell? And I just heard my coach, Robert Garcia, telling him, like, you didn't win. It's just a no contest. And he kept telling him over and over. And then that's when, all that stuff started. But, I was like half and half. I didn't know what was going on or what the call was going to be. I was just like, what the hell? My eye was shut. I was just worried about my eye, mostly. But, the call was, a no contest.
Yeah. So let me read you this quote, and then I want to hear your thoughts on it. I don't know how he can carry that belt around and call himself a champion. I'm the champion, Andrew Moloney.
That's just his opinion. That's how he feels, and it is what it is. That's how he's gonna feel. He wanted his belt back so bad for 2 rounds. I would understand if he would have knocked me out or something. Then yeah, of course. But it was a 2-round fight. Nothing happened. My eye closed from the headbutt, and it is what it is. He's gonna think what he wants to think, but I'm the champion. I'm the one with the belt, and I'll show him on fight night. I'll remind him of why I'm the champion.
Now, in that first fight, it was a close fight. The second fight was controversial. Do you feel that both you and Andrew Moloney need this fight to really prove who is the champion?
You know what? I feel like he needs this fight to prove. He needs to come get my belt from me, and whatever he does, he's not going to be able to stop me from doing what I do. I feel like I'm just at a different level now, above him, and I'll show that on fight night. But it is what it is.
It sounds like you have a good game plan. You're just ready. You're just quiet and ready to go.
Yeah, of course. I'm ready. I know what I'm gonna do. I know that I prepare very well in camp. I have no worries at all. So, I'm ready to go. I'm 100%, and I know that I'm gonna walk away with my belt and with my W.
So I know that you just said that you feel like Moloney needs this fight, but do you feel any pressure going into this fight?
No, not at all. And the times I do feel pressure, I feel like I perform, even at a higher level. But I just have fun with it. I love fighting. Boxing is what I love to do, and I don't see it as pressure. I see it as fun.
That's the best way.
Boxing,
That's the best way you're going into it. Just think it as a fun fight. That's the best way. No pressure at all.
Yeah, it takes.
When I fight, I love that. Whether it's sparring or fighting, I just love boxing overall. So I'm ready to go.
There you go.
And Moloney has done plenty of interviews and things like that, and he's basically stressed that he's been away from his family for so long. He trained so hard and for that outcome. But I can only assume that that outcome was not what you expected either. And, you know, I could assume that you're upset with that result as well.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I mean, nobody really expected the outcome to happen. You know, the fight was stopped in 2 rounds. You know, I had a hard training camp for that fight, and you know, I'm sure he did as well. I mean, but boxing, you know, anything that happen in boxing, that's just the way it is. So sometimes you always got to expect the worst, expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like they say, one punch could change everything. Like, you never know what's going to happen. Who was that famous quote I can't say? You can't play boxing.
Yeah, you can't play boxing. Yup.
So this third fight is going to be in Oklahoma. Now, that's kind of a bit random of a place to have it. But, you know, we heard Bob Arum in the last one straight up say we can't have any fights in Nevada, which is a bit ironic to me because it's a top-ranked card. You're not a top-ranked fighter. You know, so Moloney has also said that he wanted the fight in Australia because he felt he came to the U.S., he fought you twice in the U.S., but, you know, I was thinking about it, and in reality, it was a pretty neutral platform because, like I said, it was a top-ranked card. You're not a top-ranked fighter. It was his top-ranked debut in the U.S., so basically, if it was going to be home court advantage, it kind of seemed like the ball was in his court.
Yeah, for sure. You know, like you said, I'm the one that went in their backyard. I went to where where Top Rank is located. You know, I fought in their home pretty much, and I mean, I upset the champion. You know, I mean, I was down to go to Australia. You know, if everything went the right way, but it didn't. So they put in Oklahoma for what reason I'm not sure, but I mean, I'll fight anywhere. I don't care if Australia, wherever. I'll fight him anywhere.
So the first 2 fights were in quarantine. Now, finally, fans are going to be back in attendance. Did you get used to fighting with no fans, or is it going to help you that fans are allowed in?
I feel like it'll help me. You know, if anything, I don't really pay attention to all the fans, but I know that it does. You know, give me that a little bit more adrenaline, especially with my family. My family's going to be out there, and you know, I have some friends. You know, some other people making the drive out there to Oklahoma, so it's going to be exciting. I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You're going to have a little bit of fun because Texas and Oklahoma are not that far apart, so a lot of people are going to get to see you live and cheer for you. So they're going to have a totally different situation now that you're going to have a crowd behind you.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I mean, I'm ready to go. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's going to be like a whole, even though it's a trilogy, it's the third fight, it's still a completely new atmosphere. The fact that fans are now in attendance again. It's going to be it's your first fight back with fans, correct? Yeah, right?
Yeah, this is my first fight. Yeah, this is my first fight back with fans. Yep.
Nice. So,
so,
before we let you go, we just want to ask, Errol Spence versus Pacquiao, who are you taking?
That's going to be a good fight, but I'm giving the edge to Errol Spence just because of his youth. You know, I feel like he has the youth advantage over Pacquiao, but if Pacquiao, was back in his prime, I would give it to Pacquiao. But I feel like Errol Spence by, unanimous decision.
Okay. Does it have anything to do with the fact that he's from Texas, too?
That's true.
I've always been an Errol Spence fan, since I was little. So, I'm going to root for him either way, either he's from Texas or not. But that gives us, a little advantage, to Errol Spence for sure.
Hey, over this things, we've been rumored that I'm hearing that Chocolatito's going to be fighting Estrada for the 3rd time. May the best man win for your fight, and if it turns out that you're the victor again, who do you consider if these 2 guys win? Would you try to fight one of them?
Yeah, for sure. I would want to unify with the winner of that fight. I've always said that I would want to fight with Chocolatito. I feel like we would give the fans, a really good fight. It would be a firework fight, and but I'll take the winner of those 2. I feel like Chocolatito would be a tougher fight for sure. I feel like it's a little bit easier. No disrespecting the world champ, but I feel like Chocolatito would be a tougher fight.
Hey, what about if some guy knocks on the door and says it's by the name of Sarongbi side, the guy who beat Chocolatito. And if you defeat him, wow. The Chocolatito will be knocking on the door for sure.
I'm here to fight the best. Wherever the fans want me to fight, I'll fight. And, I'm just ready to give good fights. And, just to be remembered as, a fighter who fought the best. You know, I don't want to wait till I'm older to fight. You know, and any of the champs. You know, I know the people that like to wait and take tune-ups and stuff. I feel like I'm hitting my prime right now. So you know, why not fight them right now? While I'm strong, I'm young, and you know, why wait till later?
And you know what? I give you a lot of credit because I say this so many times, but younger fighters, we don't see that anymore. It's like, you know, we kind of wish that would happen like it used to back in the day. The best would fight the best, and that's what we got to see. And now it's more of like, you know, media can get involved and things like that. So, you know, it's awesome to hear that from you. It's awesome to hear your mindset and being like, I want to be the best. I want to fight the best. I don't want easy fights.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like the tougher fights bring the best out of me. So, you know, why not?
Yeah, well, it was nice chatting with you. Good luck in your next bout. Yeah, it was nice catching up.
Nice catching up with you.
Thank you guys for your time as well. You have a good one.
You
Thank
too,
you,
sir.
you too.
Thank you.